Okay, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a system so vast, it's not just a way to get around, it's pretty much the circulatory system of an entire nation. Yep, we're diving into the colossal world of Indian railways. To really get your head around the human scale of this thing, you just need one number, 2.3 crore. That's 23 million people, every single day. Think about it. Indian Railways moves the entire population of Australia daily. It's not just a train system, it's a daily mass migration on steel wheels. And that is exactly why we're doing this explainer. You know, to understand Indian Railways is to really understand the story of modern India. This is the system that's the absolute backbone of the country's economy, connecting people, products, and culture across these huge distances. And to really get it, we've got to go back to the beginning. So let's start with the story of India's lifeline and see how a single, humble track grew into the massive national network it is today. This journey, spanning over 170 years, is just an incredible story of growth. It all kicked off back in 1853 with one train on a pretty modest 34-kilometer trip. Well, fast forward to today, and that one little track has just exploded into one of the biggest networks in the world. But you know what? The story is nowhere near finished. The future is being built as we speak, with high-speed trains and a huge infrastructure overhaul.
So, what does it really mean to be the lifeline of the nation? Honestly, it's so much more than just getting from point A to point B. This is the thread that weaves the whole country together. It connects all these different cultures, it opens up tourism, and it powers the engine of trade. It is, in every sense of the word, a lifeline.
Which brings us to the scale of the network today, a true network of superlatives. Let's try to wrap our heads around just how massive this modern behemoth really is. A few key numbers should do the trick. First, just the physical size of it. We're talking over 68,000 kilometers of track. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that's enough track to circle the entire planet more than 1.5 times. The scale is it's immense. And those tracks? They connect more than 7,300 stations. And these aren't just stops on a map. They are the pulsing hearts of communities and commerce, from the tiniest rural village to the most sprawling megacity. So who runs this whole shebang? Well, the number is just staggering. Over 12 lakh, that's 1.2 million employees. That makes Indian Railways one of the largest single employers on the face of the earth, period. So when you put it all together, the numbers are just absolutely mind-bending. You've got a network long enough to circle the globe, thousands of stations, an army of over 1 million people, all working to move 23 million passengers every single day. It's a system on a scale that's almost impossible to imagine. Okay, so we've established it's huge, unbelievably huge. But what does it actually do? Well, that brings us to our third part. Connecting 1 billion people, where we'll look at all the different jobs this massive network has to do. Its role really boils down to 3 gigantic jobs. First, moving the people, right? Connecting millions across the country. Then, at the same time, it's moving the entire economy. Freight trains are the workhorses here, hauling everything from coal to grain. And then, on a local level, the metro and local trains are like the lifeblood pumping through India's biggest cities every single day. And even just within passenger trains, the variety is huge. You've got your essential mail and express trains that get to pretty much every corner of the country. Then you have the legendary super-fast trains like the Shatabdi and Rajdhani. For tourists, you've got these incredible luxury trains like the Palace on Wheels. And now, leading the charge into the future, you have a whole new generation of high-speed trains. And that leads us perfectly into our final section. The future is fast. This is all about the huge modernization push and the high-speed ambitions that are set to totally change the game for Indian Railways. A huge part of this transformation is a big shift in power. The whole network is moving away from diesel and really embracing an electric future. And the goal is simple, right? Less fuel dependency, way more efficiency, and building a greener, more sustainable railway for the next 100 years. And when we talk about speed, this is what we mean. The new Vande Bharat Express trains are already hitting semi-high speeds of up to 180 kilometers per hour.
This isn't just a small step up, it's a massive leap forward for train travel in India.
And trust me, it doesn't stop there. Looking ahead to the next station, we see even bigger things happening. The very first bullet train project is already under construction. The whole ticketing system has gone digital, moving millions of daily bookings online. And that big push for electrification, it just keeps expanding across the country, day by day. So we'll end with this thought. For over 170 years, this railway has been India's lifeline, forging connections between people and places. So now, as that lifeline gets faster, smarter, and more efficient, the real question is, what new connections, be they economic, cultural, or even personal, will it create for the future?